U.S. job market is tough. Fewer companies are hiring, and last week we learned the unemployment rate is up. But a new report flips the narrative, showing some cities are still booming with opportunity, and the Carolinas, they are leading the pack.
All right, want to bring in our chief business correspondent, Taylor Young. Taylor, we know it is tough out there, people looking for work, but somehow this is a positive spin for our region.
Yeah, I mean, for months, it really hasn't been that positive. We've been talking about the hiring slowdowns, how competitive it is out there for people kind of on the job hunt. But yeah, this report really kind of flips the script and kind of shows the positives that are going on, but kind of looking at where in the country there is an opportunity for people to find jobs, as well as kind of land those high income roles. And yeah, 3 cities across the Carolinas made the top 10 list. So that study, conducted by HR technology company Checker, analyzed the top 100 cities in the U.S. to find which ones are best for job seekers. It looked at job availability, earning potential, and income growth. And across the board, cities in the Carolinas outperformed the major metros. Raleigh took the #1 spot, with researchers calling it a tech and science hub surrounded by impressive universities. Charlotte took the #8 spot, citing the fact that its workforce has grown by 10% in the last 5 years. And right behind Charlotte, in 9th place, was Charleston, South Carolina, with strong growth in industries like finance and tech. Other cities on the list included Nashville, Austin, Salt Lake City, Portland, Maine, and Denver. So I think when a lot of times we think about robust job markets and high-paying jobs, we think about the major cities like New York and LA. But I think that this survey shows that those mid-sized markets like Charlotte are kind of outperforming and showing more promising for the future of job seekers.
Well, Taylor, I know my wife and I love the climate down here in the Carolinas, but what exactly makes Charlotte so competitive right now?
Well, I think for so long, Charlotte has kind of been seen as the banking capital of the South, right? We have Bank of America, Truist, Ally Bank, other kind of major hubs, other major banks that have their East Coast hubs here. But really in the last decade or so, Charlotte is kind of evolving beyond this banking hub, right? We are seeing a booming tech industry, energy industry, the logistics in distribution just based off our location. And this has really created a diverse pot of opportunity for job opportunities and career goals and high-paying jobs. And on top of that, we're also just seeing so many people move to our area, estimated 117 people every single day. So not only is, it's the lower cost of living in the South, but also just people wanting to move here. And this is kind of creating a cycle where industries see that if they expand their workforce here, they're going to find people to fill those jobs. So yeah, it's kind of creating this cycle of people want to live here, industries want to move here. That equals kind of a booming industry for jobs.
Well, you just mentioned cycles. Cycles go up, cycles go
They
down.
do.
So the question is this growth sustainable? Because you look at other cities, costs are on the rise and it pushes people out.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely the biggest question, and it's one that Governor Josh Stein actually addressed earlier this summer when North Carolina was ranked the #1 state in the country for business. And he said the biggest kind of obstacle there is making sure housing across the state is still affordable, because the minute that housing and rent costs become too expensive, you do kind of see an outflux of people leaving if they can't afford to live here. Right now, I will say that wages do appear to be kind of keeping up with the cost of living, which is a positive thing. But this is something that I think that the state and lawmakers kind of need to keep monitoring in order to see kind of the industries thriving here, and of course the people to be able to afford to work and live here. But positive news, I think, especially given the state of the labor market right now and how tough it is there for people.
If you're looking for a job, come down here to the Carolinas. Taylor, thank you.
Queen City News Plus. Just search Queen City News on your smart TV's app store.